The Liberty Flames have been one of the most dominant teams in the ASUN Conference this season, but tonight they face a scary FGCU squad. It's the Eagles and the Flames, and it's coming your way right now. Let's take a look at those ASUN standings entering the night. Liberty 8-1, tied atop the conference with Kennesaw State. FGCU down near the bottom, 4-5 thus far. We welcome you inside Liberty Arena alongside Paul Nazian. I'm Matt Warner. Why do we say a 4-5 FGCU squad is scary? First off, they've lost 3 games by 2 points this conference season, and they have players all over the court, Naz.
Yeah, other reason, they've got skilled guys at every position. Very good team. They've got a balanced attack. They've got inside, outside. What happened to them is they ran into January and a few things hit them. Injuries, illness, and then some inconsistency on the defensive end. If they can tighten that defensive down, they're as good as anybody in the conference.
And for the Flames, they have been dominant of late, but it hasn't just been the guard play. It hasn't just been Darius McGee.
Yeah, they're really doing it on both ends, but what has taken them to the next level in the last few weeks has been the post play. 2 guys, Blake Preston, Shiloh Robinson, combined, they're doing a great job in the interior. Should be a great one.
Should be. Let's take a look at our impact players presented by Foster Fuels. We begin with Zach Anderson.
Yeah, Zach Anderson, man, he just does so much for the Eagles team. I mean, he's the second leading scorer, leading rebounder on the team. He's the second leading rebounder in the conference, Matt. 2-time player of the week, 6 double-doubles to his credit on the year. He's a guy that's got 3-point range, but he can get up on the rim for offensive putbacks as well.
And for the Flames, one of those post players you just mentioned, Blake Preston.
Yeah, Blake Preston, since being inserted into the starting lineup a few weeks ago, man, he has just had instant impact. You see his numbers on the year, but in the last 4 games, averaging 11.7 rebounds. Strong defender, great passer. Matt, I wanted to highlight the bigs tonight because I think the difference and who's going to win this game is who wins the paint.
Pat Chambers, head coach for FGCU in his first season, longtime head coach at Penn State prior to joining the FGCU program. 14-8 record on the year. And on the other side, Richie McKay. 10th season at Liberty, trying to close out the final season in the ASUN for the Flames with yet another ASUN title. About set to get underway. Supposed to be a near sellout here at Liberty Arena. Should be a great atmosphere as these two meet for the 7th time all time. Liberty leads 5-1 in the previous 6 meetings. Last year, the two split their 2 contests with the road team winning each battle. Preston set to jump center with Weir, and the Flames will control it. Liberty coming off a dominant win against Stetson on Thursday, 74-45, the 5th straight win for the Flames. As they have just continued to pummel ASUN foes. Open 3 for Vincent to start the ball game. Off the mark, offensive rebound for Preston. Poked out of bounds, it will stay with Liberty. And right away, you see one of the impacts that Blake Preston can make on the offensive glass.
Yeah, again, hitting the glass. And a little before that, I think we saw a little sign of what FGCU might do. They left Vincent wide open, which I'm thinking they're going to be leaning to cover the guy who has the ball right now, Darius McGee, try to keep him in check.
2 guys around Darius McGee. They get it to the corner. Kyle Rhodes drives, gets in the paint. Porter now will take his turn and back it out with 8 on the shot clock. Thought McGee was going to cut. He did not. It's picked off, quickly taken the other way. Thompson in traffic draws the foul. And he'll get to the free throw line for a couple as Colin Porter is the one that gets him. Thompson, one of the additions to this FGCU squad, transfer from Purdue. The senior guard averaging over 13 points a ball game.
Yeah, certainly a guy we could have highlighted too, but their leading scorer, guy that just makes this thing run. He's a danger, a threat at any time.
It's the first free throw to fall. Started 20 games for Purdue last year. Played in that Sweet 16 loss to St. Peter's. And this is his 2nd time seeing the Flames. He actually hooked up with Liberty a couple seasons ago. You'll remember in the Space Coast Challenge, first game of the year, scored 7 points against Liberty in a game where we were all introduced to one Zach Edey, who is this tall freshman.
Now he's a household name.
Just lit the Flames up that day as McGee commits the turnover, and the Flames have turned it over on each of their first 2 possessions.
Yeah, the Eagles put some full court pressure on, and Flames got a little bit ahead of themselves, turned the ball over.
And Liberty has struggled this year. When they've lost this year, oftentimes turnovers have been the reason. Good defense Tapped out of bounds off the hand of Blake Preston as they were trying to feed the post. The Eagles lost on Thursday night, a heartbreaker, 84-82 at Queens. Second straight game they lost by 2 points, and that was one they felt they should have won. They had it right there in their grasp, couldn't seal the deal.
Just needed a rebound or two, and man, tough move by Weir.
Soft touch for Andre Weir. He had 22 on Thursday night. That tied a career high, and he helps FGCU jump out to a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, both these teams have great guys at the 4 and 5 position. We're going to watch them battle all night. Weir there with the first two for the Eagles.
Alan Porter, baseline, circles underneath the hoop. Now lobs. Blake Preston corrals it, goes back up. No, gets it again. Couldn't connect. And here comes FGCU. 4-point lead, looking to add to it. Caleb Cato, fifth-year player for the Eagles. Handles the basketball, working on the smaller Porter.
Yeah, talk about household name in the A-Sun, Caleb Cato.
Weir gets it again in the post. Working on Blake Preston. Tries a wraparound pass, deflected and taken away.
Yeah, good help. Darius was running by just for a split second, sprung a little double on Weir.
McGee, pull up, bang! Darius McGee was 1 of 11 from three-point range on Thursday. Worst three-point shooting night in 2 seasons. Has to feel good to start that way.
Yeah, absolutely. This crowd certainly feels good seeing that first one go down. The Flames getting on the board.
You may remember McGee scored a career-high 48 at FGCU last season.
Yeah, and then Tavian Dunn-Martin came in. And
that's right. McGee leaning, falling away, couldn't hit, pinballing
good
around, and Tate comes away with it. So the Flames having some success on the offensive glass. That was an area that FGCU struggled a few nights ago as Porter drives it in for 2.
Yeah, nice job by Porter. I mean, he was going at the big man Weir, got his body out there and shielded the big fella off with his arm, and nice finish.
Thompson on the wing, gets it into Demir Bishop. They swing it around. Cato thought about launching, now put it on the deck, driving on road. Anderson has the size advantage on Porter, barrels into him off the window, and took advantage of being matched up on the smaller player.
Yeah, nice recognition there. I was kind of waiting to see if a Flame would come over and help. Porter just a little outsized on that one.
Anderson, 2-time A-Sun Player of the Week. McGee lobs, Vincent couldn't catch it, ends up corralling it now and kicks it back out. Good look, just couldn't find the handle.
Great look
now. Well, everybody's having a hard time handling the ball right now. Darius scoops up under, the rebound to Weir, and they're going to get him for a foul. So it'll stay here as the whistle goes against the Eagles. First foul on Andre Weir. As FGCU will bring in a couple of subs, the Flames as well. There's a look at Sam Onu, redshirt freshman center. Big man who's battled injury much of the season, just getting healthy. This is an FGCU team, and you mentioned it, Naz. A lot of guys have battled nagging injuries throughout the year. I mean, had to try to play through it.
Yeah, I mean, November, December, they were clicking. Beat USC, beat St. Bonaventure. I mean, they were really looking good. Oh, nice job.
Robinson just takes a full circle underneath the hoop and lays it in.
But he's got a decent handle for a guy his size, and that time he just was patient. Just a little wraparound.
Franco Miller Jr. handles it on the wing. Quick 3 coming off the mark. Thompson couldn't connect. Liberty heads the other way, leading by 1 in the early stages.
Yeah, leading by 1, and it hasn't looked real crisp.
No. Robinson kicks it back out to Porter. To the corner. Peebles drives, looking for help. Back out to Porter. A disjointed possession. Flames keep it. Now a foul. Going to go against Miller as he kind of slid into the legs there of Peebles. A little sloppy on the Liberty offensive end thus far. On the other end, FGCU finding some early success. Well, I mentioned Thursday night, FGCU on the road at Queens. Tough battle, a game they led by as many as 12 in the first half, did the Eagles. In the second half, things got tight. They end up falling 84-82. A game in which Queens had 14 offensive rebounds, Naz, that led to 18 second chance points. Some of those offensive boards coming up in the final stages of that game that really cost FGCU.
Yeah, and Liberty already with 3 offensive rebounds. Right. So that may be an area that Liberty can capitalize on.
Well, let's take a look at some of the keys to the game here tonight. How do you see this one unfolding here, Naz?
Well, for FGCU, you got to defend the paint. We talked about the emergence of Preston and Robinson for Liberty. They got to defend those guys and then push the pace. And we've seen a little bit of that already on misses or even some makes. Push that thing. They got guys that can run, and they're successful at that. Try to get some points that way. For LU, post defense. Equally, Eagles have good guys in the paint. Weir and Anderson. Liberty's got to stop them. And then for Liberty, the extra pass. I think the Eagles defense is a little susceptible. They get to scrambling and gambling, and I think you make that extra pass, you're going to find an open man.
Offensive foul called on Shiloh Robinson as he made contact with Zach Anderson, so that'll go in Shiloh, his first. Richie McKay, not a huge fan of the call. Bishop swings it. They're looking in the post, looking at Anderson. Guarded by Robinson. Goes right at him. Right into the chest. And it's going the other way. You get one, I get one. It all evens out in the end, I guess.
I think
and
both
neither
guys
coach is happy.
And I think both guys would say, why did we do that to each other? Now we each have a foul.
Now let's just play.
Again, FGCU bringing this full court pressure up. Just give, you're sure you're looking for some steals or pokeaways, but at the very least, you're giving Liberty a chance, something to think about and have to adapt to.
Peebles has it on the wing. Out to Kyle Rowe. Rowe looking for cutters. They'll back it out. 8 on the shot clock. McGee waves him off.
Yeah, they've really extended the pressure.
McGee hangs. Soft touch off the window. Just that stop and go for Darius McGee is so dangerous.
Little hesitation, little shake and bake, and again, you get out on him too far, and he's got the quickness and athleticism to go right by you.
That one thrown away, and it'll go into the backcourt. Turnover. That's the third of the ball game for FGCU. One guy we may not see for the Eagles tonight, and something to keep an eye on, is Chase Johnston. Folks remember him. He was at Stetson a year ago, transferred to FGCU. In this building, for Stetson a year ago, he scored 38. He and Darius McGee went back and forth. He's been battling some injuries and may or may not go tonight. We have not seen him to this point.
I know we were watching the warm-up, and he wasn't really doing a whole lot in warm-up, so that may be the sign.
Isaiah Warfield, meanwhile, checks in for the Flames. Good to see him back. He was out Thursday night as McGee launches. Left that one a little short. Quickly the other way, Miller handles the basketball.
Yeah, they got through Thursday night without Warfield. I know they are happy that he is here this evening because they got some guys, these Eagles, that can really fill it up.
A whistle and a foul inside as Kyle Rode and Weir were battling for position. That'll go against Rode, his first. I think it's safe to say right now, neither coach thrilled with how they're calling this game down in the post.
Yeah, down in the post, and then, both of those charging calls. I mean, those are the 4 men going at each other. I mean, they're used to some contact. I know you don't want to let things get out of hand, but I kind of agree. A little ticky-tack there. Let the big guys bang a little bit.
Tyrus Largy drives, kicks out. Largy just checking in. And FGCU looking into the post. Instead, to launch the 3. Cato can't hit. The ball loose on the deck. Still fighting for it, and they're going to get Largy on the whistle. So, 4th team foul on the Eagles.
Largy, a guy that missed some games, too. I know he's sort of getting himself back into
9 games during the non-conference season that he was out. That's what, Coach Chambers saying, I think we have a chance to be really good. And he said, I keep telling these guys, we're going to be all right. They're just not healthy yet.
Yeah, and it's something that all teams go through. Liberty, we mentioned Warfield being out. Zach Cleveland still out for Liberty.
Warfield had that one denied. say off the hand of Anderson, so it will stay with the Flames with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Warfield to trigger it. Into McGee, hesitates, pulls up, too strong. And FGCU comes away with it. Empty possession for the Flames. This has been an FGCU defense that at times has been pretty stingy.
Yes.
And then they've had some kind of abnormal games like Thursday night when they gave up 82 to Queens.
Yeah, when they've had games they've held opponents to under 61 points.
Yeah.
Going 9-2 when they do that.
That one off the hand of Weir as you see Preston and Robinson. Flames going a little bit bigger with that lineup, and they're finding some success on the defensive end.
Yeah, both coaches kind of that chess match. So they got Weir and Anderson. So Coach McKay says, I'm going to stay with Preston and Robinson. But yeah, I think that's been the thing that's been kind of missing or inconsistent with FGCU. They've got scores, they score the ball every night, but the defense has been inconsistent for them.
Darius McGee has a seat for the Flames, gets a quick blow, so we'll see who creates some offense now with him on the bench. Porter gets a screen from Rowe, whips it to the corner. Warfield spots up. Too strong, fight for the rebound, and Onu takes it away. Liberty just 4-12 from the field to start this ball game. Three-ball opportunity rattles through for Zach Anderson. He has 5 early points.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The guy's got 3 range at the 4 position, and then just athleticism. You'll see him post up. He'll get him touches from the block.
What a leap he's made in terms of production this season. Averaged under 5 a game last year. As Warfield will try it again. That one rims off, tapped out, and taken by Miller. Full head of steam, doesn't have numbers, doesn't care, takes it to the rim, can't hit, and the Flames come away with it.
Yeah, the shot doesn't fall, but I like that they're pushing it. I think they need to do that.
Rode in rhythm 3, that goes down.
Man, big shot for Kyle Rode, a 3 in transition.
Rode also struggled from beyond the arc on Thursday, 0 of 5. In fact, the Flames had their second lowest three-point output of the season. Just 6 made three-pointers against Stetson, and they still won by almost 30. Driving inside Largy, it's loose on the deck, fight for it. He comes out with it. 6 on the shot clock, looking for help. They wanted to travel, don't get it, and the 3-ball comes up empty. It was a chaotic possession. They ended up getting a pretty good look at it.
I think the first 10 minutes, Matt, have really been kind of chaotic.
Peebles up under no. Preston gets it, goes up and slams it home. The offensive rebound, and he finishes.
The 5th one for the Flames, and a huge one at that as Preston gets the flush.
FGCU wants a timeout. You're right, Naz. It has been a chaotic start to this game. Not real pretty, not free-flowing, but right now the Flames are taking advantage. They lead by 5. Liberty on top. A little under 11 minutes to go here in the first half of play. Pat Chambers in his first season at FGCU. Look at his resume. And talking to him earlier today, he said, we're trying to learn this league, number one. That's part of the process in your first season. He goes, I feel like some of the ASUN coaches know my roster better than I know my roster right now. He said, we're trying to learn. You've got some guys that are moving into bigger roles. We talked about Anderson, Weir being another one. He goes, despite some of the losses, I just keep telling them, this is awesome. This is great. He goes, they look at me weird. He goes, but these big moments, these tight games that we can't quite close right now, he goes, we're going to figure it out down the stretch. These are good experiences for this team. Yeah, and he knows that from his vast experience. And here's the thing, Matt, with the transfer portal being so active, I mean, what an advantage for Coach Chambers to have time at Boston University, time in the Big Ten, at Penn State. So all those connections will come into play. Foul on the loose ball. That's going to go against FGCU. It'll be called on Caleb Cattle. Yeah, and I even talked about the difference in mindset, right? Because you're a coach in the Big Ten. Every regular season game, you're playing for an at-large. That's right. You're thinking about that. Yeah, you have some options. In the ASUN, where you he goes, obviously I want to win every game, but you're also thinking more about, are we just getting better? So down the stretch in those tournament games that decide the one NCAA tournament bid, we're playing our best basketball then. That pass picked off by Bishop. Threw it at the feet of Cato. Did a good job tracking it down. Now deflected by McGee, and it will stay with the Eagles. That's kind of a microcosm of this game thus far, Naz.
It sure is, and a good job by Bishop. Kind of jumped the route to get the steal. Flames got to be careful. They do that. That's sort of part of their defensive edge. They'll gamble a little bit.
We are looking for somebody to hand the basketball off to. Finally get to the Cato. Now they try to feed the post. Batted back out. 12 on the shot clock. Thompson handles, kicks out. Cato will launch the three. That's too strong. Up and over the backboard, and it'll go back to Liberty. FGCU 1 of 6 from downtown to begin this ball game.
Yeah, Flames not really doing well from 3 either. 2 for 8. So it's not been pretty, Matt. A lot of deflections, turnovers.
Each team with 4 turnovers. Now Road guarded by Cato. A couple of wily vets going at it. Preston powered it up. He had a good look, just wasn't able to convert. Anderson now the other way, working on Road, drives under, and finishes off the window. He has 7 to lead the way for the Eagles.
Yeah, very skilled. We've seen him hit a 3. We've seen him post up on the block, and that time, off the dribble, or reverse layup. Very skilled at the 4.
Preston gonna back it out, looking for a guard, gives it to Porter. Now he's surrounded by Eagles, wraps around Van Zandt all by himself.
2 bigs were smothering Porter. Now he saw him, let alone put it right on the money to Van Zandt. Nice finish.
We could barely see Porter, much less him see out of that. Thompson driving, Van Zandt, Flames' best perimeter defender, locked up on him. Now Anderson lost the ball momentarily, looking for help. They'll back it out with 10 on the shot clock. Thompson calling for a screen. Now driving, taking some contact and finishing through it.
Man, tough take right there. He just got a half a step past Van Zandt. Strong finish.
He bouncing, lobbing, and the finish! Up top to Blake Preston.
Darius drew a couple defenders. Blake just slipped, screened it.
You have to think the more that McGee drives the ball, which he's done lately, the more that play is going to be there.
Yeah, if Darius doesn't finish.
And now they get Preston on the whistle.
Yeah, they're calling it tight down there in the post, Matt.
They sure are. That'll get us to a timeout. McGee's known for his scoring. He can also facilitate. The big man sending it in. Flames lead by 5. Well, this presentation of college basketball brought to you by Foster Fuels. Turn up the heat. And by Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Naz, sometimes you just get it right. Your impact player, Zach Anderson, has certainly had an impact thus far.
Yeah, that was an easy call. I mean, he does so much. And again, we've seen him do it already. Hits a 3. They give him touches on the block where he can power it in. And then we've seen him take it off the dribble. I mean, this guy's 52% from the floor, 40% from 3. Just does so much, so versatile.
I mean, 4.9 points per game, 3.3 rebounds per game last year. He's more than doubled both of those numbers in this his junior season. The FGCU basketball trailing by 5. Inbounded to Cato. Quiet offensively thus far. There's your boy Anderson launching, and that one circled a couple of times before it spun out. Joe Van Zandt handling the basketball. Get it to Preston. Good pass. And there to finish it, Darius McGee.
Yeah, Darius cut out like he was going out to the 3 line. They had to kind of anticipate that, but then nice, quickly shifted directions, backdoor cut.
Pat Chambers said, you know, McGee's like watching a video game. He has a lot of fun to watch, but then he said, unfortunately, it's not so fun when you have to coach against it. At the other end, Andre Weir gets a friendly role.
That another guy that's shown great improvement from last year,
doubt.
Andre Weir. Nice hook right there.
Here started his career at Richmond. Was there for a semester. Liberty assistant coach Rob Jones at Richmond at the time was raving about his ability before tonight's ball game. He just keeps getting better and better. Blake Preston working on it now. Steps underneath. Boy, he's had a couple of those that have done everything but go down. And now they get a foul underneath going against the Flames. They've got Blake on the foul. Well, you and I were actually, it's funny, we were talking before the game about Thursday night's contest. How clean it was. They let the bigs play. It never got out of hand, but it was physical. It's been very different so far here today.
Yeah, and again, I think both teams would agree. Like, it's just, they're just calling it too tight.
Weird catches on the block, working against Preston. Spins to the left hand, the soft touch, and it goes down.
Really nice. I mean, last time he comes with the right-handed baby sky hook. This time, using the left.
Rode gets to the paint, now looking to kick out. Finds Robinson. Rode using the screen now, looking for help. Behind the back pass, nearly thrown away. Shot clock winding down, behind the back dribble. Back to Shiloh Robinson. He'll launch the three, and bang!
Wow. My goodness.
Not how you would draw up an offensive possession.
But talk about poise.
Now at the other end, Porter hits the paint, and a three ball up and in for Thompson.
Big answer from Thompson.
No one is happy with the guys in stripes right now.
That's right.
I can tell you that on either side.
That was a no call, and nobody was happy.
But he couldn't hit. The rebound, FGCU quickly the other way, trailing by just 3. Thompson trying to free himself. Drives by Porter, fades away. Oh, tough bucket.
Wow. Man, that is a tough shot.
9 for Thompson. We got a 1-point ball game. 5 and change to go here in the first half.
Blake.
Porter driving by everyone and flips it up and in.
I like it with the extended pressure.
Now Porter hits the deck again. Bodies on the floor. Everybody looking at the officials. The crowd boos.
Matt, this is a crazy game.
You know, you have some of those, think about those pretty boxing matches that are just, and then you've got street fights. This may end up being a street fight when it's all said and done, as Weir draws the foul and will get himself to the free throw line. There's that tough look fading away for Thompson a moment ago. And then if you're going to get out there and really challenge him at the three-point line, that's the part of the game where Porter can continue to get better and more aggressive.
Yeah, FGCU is really out on all 5 guys, really extending that defense, trying to not give any free looks. And so Porter, McGee, other guys got to look to take it off the dribble. Liberty has done that a few times and been successful.
Dakota Rivers checks in on a first look at him here tonight. Again, if you're just joining us, we don't expect to see Chase Johnston play here this evening for the Eagles. And that's about 11.5 points per ball game that we don't think will be out there. One more coming for Weir. Gets them both, he's got 8. And it's been the big 3 for FGCU. Weir, Anderson, and Thompson.
Yeah.
They've done all the scoring, Dad. Nobody else has a bucket for FGCU at this point. He brings it up. The blow by, and the soft scoop off the window with the left hand.
I think FGCU will take that. I think they'll take penetrating 2s over Liberty's getting hot from 3.
Certainly higher degree of difficulty on that finish.
For sure.
Rivers hands it off. Thompson back to him in the paint. He runs into Robinson, kicks to the corner. Good look, and it goes. Demir Bishop with the triple. The transfer from St. Joe's knocks it down, and we're all knotted up at 27 apiece.
Yeah, Rivers caught it in the paint. Could have taken something a little off balance. Skips it out there and makes Liberty pay.
Rode deep three. Gets it to fall.
He's been hanging around Darius McGee. Did you see that range from Kyle Rode?
Two players ran at McGee. They left Rode open and he made it hurt. Thompson using the screen. Now he'll pull up and launch. He tried to buy a foul there after that shot. Went kind of flailing.
Yeah.
Didn't get the whistle and missed everything. He's shaking his head. A lot of folks in this arena are right now. Flames lead it by 3. .329 to go here in the first half. Liberty on top of FGCU 30-27. Taking a look at Liberty and where they come in some of the national rankings. Number of three-pointers made, second. Assisted turnover ratio, that's a huge one I know Richie McKay focuses on. And points allowed, 6th in the nation in scoring defense. And in ASUN play, they've been even better, giving up barely more than 53 points per ball game.
Yeah, now tonight they've already given up 27. And although we look at this Eagles team, that's never been in question for them. They got guys that can score. We talk about their outside and inside. I mean, they got a dual threat offense. But what they're doing tonight is they're really making it tough on Liberty. Their defense really, I mean, that was kind of the question mark, but they're answering it so far. That's why we got a 3-point game.
Both teams are shooting 50% from the field. It doesn't feel like it now.
No.
It really doesn't.
It feels like they've turned it over 50% of the time, each team.
Some ugly possessions tonight. Flames leading by 3. Kyle Rode looking for help, gets it to Porter.
Yeah, you can see the Eagles really have that defense extended.
Porter whips it to the corner. Peebles left open, pump fake, back to Rode, up under, scoops, no, tapped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Flames.
Man, Liberty getting a lot of good looks in and around the rim there. Just several of them rattled out. That time from Rode, a couple earlier from Preston.
Andre Weir checks back into the ball game. Rode inbounds it. Trying to set a screen for Shiloh Robinson. McGee has the basketball. Hangs, couldn't hit it. Deflected out of bounds off the hand of Robinson. It will go back to the Eagles. So much attention paid to Darius McGee, the back-to-back ASUN Player of the Year. Leads the conference in scoring once again. And at times tonight, we've seen FGCU just run 2 defenders at him as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball. Been that way for the Flames the last couple of years. You know McGee's going to end up getting his. It's just how much help will he get along the way. And at times, that's been the difference between winning and losing. Pulling up in the paint, dropping it in, Isaiah Thompson.
Thompson, just tough. It takes all you got to just sort of run with him and backpedal. Nice little teardrop there.
Porter calls for the screen.
They're trapping the ball. Porter gets out of it.
And threw it away. So another turnover for Liberty. Their 6th of the night. Look at Thompson. He's like, listen, man, I played in the toughest venues in the Big Ten the past 3 years.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Don't think he doesn't have those experiences to draw from.
Trying to turn the corner. They left him top of the key. And he couldn't hit. Good look.
Yeah, we saw it last time. Ball goes to the wing, and they're just sort of, Eagles are springing some random traps, giving Liberty something else to think about and have to account for.
Thomas into the corner, and contact there. Cato runs into Peebles. That'll be the 2nd on Caleb Cato.
Well, when you see the ball skip pass or move around the horn quick, the Eagles are just running full speed at Liberty shooters to not give them a look from 3.
Each team with 16 fouls.
And you can see the recipe. It makes sense. We'll trade a 2, but you can't leave guys like Peebles and certainly McGee, Porter open from 3.
Here's 2 defenders. Now Weir drops back in. McGee hangs, throws to the corner. Robinson will shoot the three. That missed everything, and Weir pulls the rebound. FGCU with the basketball, a chance to take the lead. A minute and a half to go in the first half of play. They're looking in the post, and that's going to be a foul on Blake Preston. That'll be number 2. And that'll get Weir to the free throw line, shooting 1-on-1.
Yeah, but I mean, Blake is just a little overactive there. I mean, he's done a great job in the post. He just needs to establish position with those arms. Get those arms in check.
Weir knocks it down. FGCU 5 of 5 from the free throw line in this ball game. That was a problem on Thursday night. They were outshot, basically 2-1 against Queens in that loss.
Yeah, I mean, they're 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Liberty yet to shoot one.
10 points now for Weir. FGCU leads at 31-30.
You and I both said that. You look at this team, and we saw their talent. We sort of saw some of those scores. We knew they're better than their record.
Rode with it on the wing, looking inside. Back to McGee, had some space. Pump fake, gets in the lane. Hangs as he's going diagonal away from the basket. Somehow flips it up and in.
Great body control, great touch.
Liberty goes back up by 1. Thompson using the screen, now back it out. Top of the key, Bishop drives, left it short, rebound, pulled down by the Flames.
Good D by Peebles, went straight up, took some contact to the body, kept his hands high.
Kyle Rode frees himself up, free ball goes down!
Wow, Kyle Rode is feeling such confidence, Matt, from 3. Effortless.
3 of 3 from downtown tonight for the senior out of Lexington, Kentucky. About a second difference between shot and game clock. Thompson being hounded by Van Zandt. Onu delivers a huge hit on Van Zandt. The three ball goes down.
Big time shot.
Isaiah Thompson with the answer. Liberty quickly the other way. Rowe weaving through traffic, launching. Buzzer beating three ball for Kyle Rode.
22 is feeling it from 3.
And the Flames head to the locker room with a little momentum. The officials may take a look at this one as Pat Chambers was asking, was it a 2 or a 3? They're going to double check.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question that it was he beat the buzzer. I think they're just going to watch some footwork to see whether it was a 2 or a 3. And Thompson, big shot right there.
What a flurry. Unbelievable here in the first half.
Created some space, and then great presence of mind by Liberty. Get the ball in quick. Kyle Rode makes it count.
Kyle Rode, what a first half for him. 12 points, 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. We have Richie McKay standing by. Coach, it hasn't always been pretty. It has been physical. How do you like the way your team has responded here?
Yeah,
early?
it's incredibly physical. Like Collins getting bounced around like a ping pong ball, and Weir and the other big fella, it's all right. Yeah, they got a gimmick zone. They're not guarding 2 guys on the floor all the time. We'll outlast it. Hey, hats off to them, and we'll see if we can answer the gimmick.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Thanks.
Flames lead it by 4 at the half. A back and forth, as you heard Coach McKay say, physical ball game thus far. Much more coming up at the half from Lynchburg, including a look at some other scores from around the A-Sun. You're watching A-Sun basketball on ESPN+. Halftime in Lynchburg, Virginia. Liberty leading FGCU 38-34. Paul Nazian, Nat Warner here courtside. We expected this to be a fun ball game. It has lived up to that to this point. By the way, that last buzzer-beating shot by Kyle Rode, they did look. They confirmed it was a three-pointer. So Liberty leading by 4. Nats, you heard Richie McKay talk about this gimmick zone that they're throwing at the Flames right now. Explain that. What's he talking about?
Yeah, they're kind of picking certain guys to just leave off. And so, you know, they're going to shade Darius. They've double-teamed a couple guys. They've run some traps, and they're kind of picking. They're going to make guys like Joe Van Zandt, Zay Warfield, kind of hurt them from three. And so far, they've done a pretty good job at that defense.
Yeah, except for Kyle Road, who was on fire. All right,
you can never account for him.
At some ASUN news and notes around the conference as we're in the back half of conference play. Now, how about Kennesaw State? We talk about how well Liberty has played. Kennesaw State remains at the top of the conference with the Flames. They've won 7 straight, including a convincing win here today over Lipscomb. Eastern Kentucky, good on the offensive glass, and they've been especially good at home. The Flames can attest to that. The only loss for Liberty on the year. And then Brandon Stroud, player of the week for Kennesaw.
Yeah, everybody sort of, their eyes, you know, you don't want to get your eyes too far ahead if you're these teams, but certainly Liberty and Kennesaw State all sort of heading for a big matchup here in a couple weeks. But, man, right here we got a great one. Again, a team that was a little bit under the radar these last few weeks, but you're seeing the quality of this FGCU team.
Take a look at some news and notes from around the country. Great day of basketball. You had the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Oklahoma took it to number 2 Alabama today. Kentucky and Kansas play later tonight as well. That'll be a good one. And then St. Mary's, 9-game win streak for the Gators.
The little brother of Gonzaga. They never get enough PR. That is a great program. Nice to see them right there at number 22.
All right, when we come back, we'll give you some highlights from the first half, some stats as well. We've got a good one brewing here in Lynchburg. 38-34 at the break. 38-34 at the half. Liberty on top of FGCU, and we expected this to be a tight physical game. It has certainly been that to this point. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of play. Kyle Road, he was the last highlight of the first half as he knocked down the buzzer-beating 3, but 4 of 4 Naz from downtown tonight.
Yeah, I mean, again, he saw early. They're really taking away Darius, and with what confidence he's shown from beyond the arc, and he's been hot. 4 for 5 from 3.
Now on the other side, he was your player, or actually Isaiah Thompson, I should say. One of the guys that we knew had an opportunity to really break out in this ball game and be a problem on the offensive end, and he has been just that.
Yeah, early on it was the bigs, Anderson and Weir, but then midway through that first half, Thompson just came alive. Man, he is so tough off the dribble, and you've seen him hit a couple big threes as well. 14
points to lead all scores. Now Darius McGee, he's still getting his. He scored 11 points tonight. Only the 1 3-pointer. He's found other ways to do it.
Yeah, and that's that defense. They got guys running at him. He's been able to split a couple traps and get all the way to the rim. Again, Road has picked up the 3-point line, and Darius is taking it off the dribble and finishing at the rim.
Yeah, McGee also with 3 assists, so when they are bringing that extra guy, he's been able to make a good pass out of it. All right, taking a look at the first half stats presented by Carter Bank and Trust. Rebounding advantage heavily in favor of the Flames.
Yeah, and again, I thought the paint would be big. Liberty doubling up FGCU from points in the paint. Liberty 7 assists, and again, just both teams shooting well. I think the difference, again, is going to be which defense is going to win out. Both teams can score.
FGCU, that free throw line has certainly helped keep them in this one to this point. All right, we'll step aside. We'll catch up with FGCU head coach Pat Chambers in just a moment. You're watching ASUN Hoops. All right, pleased to be joined by FGCU head coach Pat Chambers. Coach, you guys shoot 50% from the field in the first half. Are you pleased with the quality of shots you're getting?
Yeah, I think we're getting good shots. We're doing a nice job on the offensive end. Look, we're getting the shots that we want. And that, you know, they're such a great defensive team. So for us to get good shots that we want, you know what, I can live with that. It's down here, 7 offensive rebounds and making some mental errors that are hurting us on the defensive side where Road goes buck wild in the last 2 minutes there.
And Coach, you got to be pleased with the job your guys are doing on Darius McGee. You've only given up 1 3 from him.
Yeah, but that, you know, unfortunately the game's 40 minutes. And he's not going to be too pleased about that either.
Coach, we appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks to Pat Chambers for joining us. In his first year, trying to navigate this conference, trying to keep his team that's been injured a lot on the floor, and they're certainly in this ball game as we head to the second half of play. Well, you take a look at the stats, all but, 3 points in the first half came from these 3. Anderson, Weir, Thompson. The big three have done the bulk of the lifting thus far. That's, can you ride those three out?
Yes.
Or do you need a fourth to step
No,
up?
I was going to say, you don't need any more than those three guys. I mean, you just need a couple other guys to facilitate. And again, for them, if you got those three guys clicking, and then you got a guy like Caleb Cato out there who just is such fundamentally sound, runs offense, smart player, that could really make it flow.
And this has been a team who has been better in the second half in the A Sun. You take a look at those shooting numbers, a better second half offensive club.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're shooting 50%, so
Right.
it'll be hard to improve on that.
Yeah.
But, again, maybe not a surprise to us because, you know, as we watched this team and sort of knew what they were going through, we kind of felt like they're ready to kind of break out of that, all those little things that have kind of held them down. It certainly isn't because they don't have a quality team and really solid players.
They are hungry for a win after a couple of
for sure
narrow losses. Turnover on their first possession. Porter picks off the pass. Now slows it up.
Yeah, good decision to pull it up.
Just joining us, it was a sloppy, kind of disjointed, chaotic first half. McGee misses everything, and Porter couldn't catch it as he goes out of bounds. So nothing's changed in the first two possessions of the second half. It has not been pretty basketball here tonight, but it's not always going to be.
That's right. Sometimes you just need a grinding, physical game, and you just have to ride the way the refs are calling it.
Shadow into Weir, that one went in and out.
Man, for all these odd misses, both teams shot 50% in the first half.
That one poked away from behind, goes out of bounds, stays with Liberty. Yeah, I'm with you. You look, the field goal percentage almost shocked me when I went down and saw it because it just felt like, you know, you had a lot of ugly possessions. Kyle Road to inbound for the Flames. Into Blake Preston, McGee on the wing. Always in range. Whips it to the corner. Van Zandt surprised Preston.
Wow.
Hit him right in the chest with that one, then dropped at the other end. Can we check that basketball for illegal substances? The lob, too tall. The follow by Preston. Van Zandt was still on the rim. Preston threw that down.
I think he let go just in time. That might have been basket interference.
I'm with you. I thought it was. The Flames will take it. Cato now drives in the lane. That one swatted out. That was as bizarre a play as we have seen here tonight.
And it went from turnover from Liberty to fast break turnover from FGCU all the way back to the...
It was bizarre and yet fit right in the flow of this ballgame. Thompson has it on the wing, calling for a screen. Onu comes to set it. Anderson, shot clock winding down, fading away on the baseline. No. Fight for the board. Kyle Road ends up snagging it. Flames walk it up. Holds looking for Darius McGee. Now tries to go in the post. They're going to get Onu on the reach. As he was reaching around Preston to knock it away. Onu, 6'11", redshirt freshman center.
And it's nice to have a guy like him to come in.
Yep.
Doesn't have to worry about fouls. He can bang around. Just gave Weir a little bit of a rest there. So Pat Chambers has a nice three guys that can kind of run in and out of there in the post.
Road kicks it out to the wing. McGee guarded by Cato. Steps back, frees himself up, knocks it down.
Yeah, he knew that one was good as soon as it left his hand. That one looked a lot more traditional of what we were used to seeing Darius. He was under control, really nice step back, let that thing fly. That was not forced.
And Pat Chambers wants a timeout. He said it to us at the start of the second half.
He knows.
It's a 40-minute game. We may have done a pretty good job on Darius McGee to this point, but he can break out in a hurry. McGee with 14 on the night. The Flames with a fast start to the second half, and they have pushed their lead out to 9. Liberty starts the second half on a 5-0 run. Leads at 43-34. Darius McGee knocking down a three just a moment ago. FGCU fans have to have flashbacks when they see McGee do something like this. We mentioned he scored 48 on the road at FGCU last year. In this building, he scored 28 against the Eagles. So he had a lot of success against them a season ago, and Pat Chambers trying to figure out a way to not stop him,
right?
But you just want to slow him down a little
that's
bit.
Right. And Coach Chambers is exactly right. Like, it's a 40-minute effort. He's going to hit some one. He's going to hit some amazing ones, but you can't let it get in your head. You just got to keep defending.
He's 4th all-time in college basketball career three-pointers made. Continues to work his way up that list as Weir just backs down Darius McGee. Andre Weir now with 12 in the ball game.
Oh, Weir, real nice, using his body, staying under control though. Bang, bang, and then nice soft little touch.
Yeah.
He's got a few of those tonight.
Al Road handles it, gets to the free throw line. Now looking for help, finds Vincent on the wing. Spacing not really how the Flames want it at this point. They hand off to McGee, he backs it out. Will launch the deep three. Left it too strong. The rebound pulled by Weir.
And that's that defense we were talking about. You know, they just left Vincent wide open. Nice.
And now Weir slips to the hoop and lays it in. So back-to-back buckets for Andre Weir quiets this Flames crowd.
Yeah, a little miscommunication among the Flames there. That's Weir wide open.
Porter, the freshman guard for the Flames.
You see a lot of switching and random traps.
McGee gets tripped going towards the hoop. Now on the floor, they'll call that one on Bishop. Second team foul. Zant, Preston will check out. Peebles and Robinson come in for Liberty. FGCU quickly subs in Franco Miller. Liberty is led by as many as 9 in this game. FGCU by as many as 4. Porter turns the corner on the handoff. Gets it to the corner now to Kyle Rowe. Spins, gets bumped. Unable to convert. Quickly the other way come the Eagles. Thompson, as Weir just runs right over Colin Porter. That draws the whistle.
Yeah.
Number 2 on Weir.
Kind of jumping into the path of the big guy.
And it'll get us to a timeout. 16 minutes to go. We're in for either a great finish or just something bizarre the way this one has gone. Either way, you're going to want to stick around to see it. Five-point ball game, 16 minutes to go between Liberty and FGCU. Let's take a look around the conference. Some other scores in the A-Sun here today. Queens beat Stetson as they've been on a little bit of a run. Yeah. They've been at home for a while. Jacksonville over Central Arkansas. Kennesaw State, they are going to remain at worst in a tie for first place, depending on the outcome of this one.
And look at that one, Matt. North Alabama.
Don't sleep on North Alabama. The Fighting Bulldogs, they are 5-5 now in conference play after that win.
And you got a great one right there, tied up Bellarmine and Eastern Kentucky.
All right, so here, if the season ended today, this was entering the day, not taking today's finals into account, this is what the bracket would look like. Liberty would be the 1 seed and play the winner of Jacksonville, North Alabama, Kennesaw State the 2.
Right, and then look at that, like FGCU sitting there at 7 if it ended today, and they're giving the Flames everything they want. We got a great one here tonight.
I think based off what we have seen as home court advantage is even more valuable this season than maybe in some years past.
Seems like it.
Shiloh Robinson driving on Weir, lowers the shoulder, reaching up and under, and somehow got that thing to go.
And great reach, using that pivot. Nice job by Weir not to foul.
7 points. Shiloh Robinson, another good offensive effort tonight. Weir at the top of the key, gives it up. Anderson.
Yeah, they need to keep giving Weir touches down there.
Double teamed and a whistle. And that brings Richie McKay up off the bench. Take a look at that bucket a moment ago by Robinson. Shiloh averaging over 10 a game in A-Sun play. That foul went on Road. That was number 2 on him. See if FGCU you get Zach Anderson involved again. That one deflected out, will stay with the Eagles. Weir has the only 2 buckets so far in the second half.
Yeah, he's been really effective down in the paint. I'd get him some touches, let the Eagles play off of him.
Thompson had 14 first half points, surveys the court. There you go, Weir handles it.
Yeah, because you always got a guy like Thompson who can just go get his late in the possession.
Go back into Weir.
Yeah.
Working on Robinson. Right into the chest of him, not able to finish it. He's looking for a whistle, didn't get it. And Shiloh Robinson scores on one end, holds up defensively on the other. McGee. It's always kind of feel like he's ready to pull one. Now weaving through traffic, falling away, bucking the foul.
Man, turned the corner and Thompson just gave him a little extra forearm. That was all he needed to get the whistle. But
He is going.
Look at the touch. Yes, he's flying.
I mean, look
into
where
the third
he
row.
ends up. He scoops it with the left hand.
Ends up in the cheerleaders row
And the soft touch off the glass. Now this will be Liberty's first free throw attempt in the ball game.
Yeah, I mean that's something. Eagles had 6 points from the free throw line in the first half. Did a nice job of not sending Liberty to the line.
Largest lead of the night for the Flames. This crowd's starting to kind of come alive. They sense it. Anderson trying to quiet him down for the moment. Spinning to the right hand. No, the rebound to Robinson.
Yeah, tough move there by Anderson. Doesn't fall for him, though.
See if we get a little heat check from McGee. Step back, 3-ball, high archer. Off the mark. Ball on the deck, picked up by Thompson. Weir slipped to the hoop, didn't get the ball. That long three goes down. Every time they have needed an answer, Thompson has been that dude. 17 for the senior.
They went back to Weir a couple times. It didn't fall. Anderson said, I'm not fooling around anymore. We need a bucket.
3 threes for Isaiah Thompson. Feels like they've all been big ones. Rode. 2 guys follow him. Now turns back to the paint, fades away. Bucket in the foul.
But we've seen Kyle Rode hit threes. He gets himself back to that position on the floor a lot. 6 feet, 7 feet. Sometimes he kicks it out. I like that he's aggressively, I like that he shot this one.
They got Weir on the foul. And that's going to be number 3 on the big man, so he'll have a seat. That could prove big as we move forward in this one.
Yeah, because in the second half, it's really just been Weir and Thompson.
That free throw rattled out. So the Liberty lead is 9. Kyle Rode with 14 points on the night. Thompson hits the deck, calls timeout. So a heady play by the veteran to save the possession and keep the basketball here for the Eagles. Kind of got up slow there. Hopefully he's all right. We talked about some of the injuries they've faced. He wasn't one of the guys that was mentioned. Basically everybody else on the roster was.
Right, just got
that was it. What they call the turf monster in football? That was the old hardwood monster got in there.
Yeah, he's kind of lucky he didn't call traveling, fall down with the ball. But yeah, I'm sure everyone over there caught their breath. Like, we don't need another guy injured, but that's hard. I mean, you're especially the first half of the year that FGCU had, man. They were just clicking on all cylinders. You kind of get in jam, a couple guys get sick and injured, and you just never have your full contingent. And Coach Chambers has told guys, we got to grind through, we got to stay together through difficulty. He's helping us grow, it's making us tougher. And you're starting to see, I mean, tonight they are definitely playing well, playing together. Even down at Queens, even though they lost by 2, I mean, it's coming back around for them.
Well, it's one of those things you talked about at the beginning of the broadcast. It's consistency.
Yep.
And you do it for 40 minutes. They're trying to hang in this one. Cato didn't get it off. The veteran, a little late firing that one up.
Yeah, he knew.
Shot clock violation.
Yeah, I mean, he knew he had a couple seconds left. He was doing the right thing. Just about a half second too slow.
chance to stretch it here. Blake Preston, hands off. Porter, baseline, kicks it out. McGee left open, scoops, fires, hits, caught it, and his shoe tops rose up and knocked it down.
That is a tough, you said, that is so tough, Matt. Caught it literally at his shoelaces. Didn't have to regather himself, went right up into his shot.
20 points for Darius McGee. And this is kind of that danger zone right now if you're FGCU.
Oh, Largy.
They got Largy with the push-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of screened on the play trying to see the call. And so an offensive foul goes against Cyrus Largy.
Peebles knew. I mean, Largy, great body coming at him with a full head of steam, but stayed straight up, took some contact in the chest. And again, Largy just got that forearm out a little bit too away from his body.
Last couple of weeks, we've seen Liberty, especially on the road, those two at Jacksonville, North Florida, where it may have been kind of a ball game. You get to about the midway point of the second half, and you felt like Liberty started to stretch that lead and pull away.
Yeah.
We're kind of at that area now.
Yeah, Liberty's hit some good shots. They've gotten some good stops. And just little by little kind of stretching out this lead.
Porter weaving through traffic, puts it up, off the window for two. There's just no panic with the freshman.
Yes, I mean, in there among the trees, and he's still
Richie McKay waving at the crowd, urging them to get into it. They rise to their feet.
Coach is coaching the fans, man.
A drive, a whistle, and the foul goes against the Flames. And that will get FGCU to the free throw line.
Coach is telling the team what to do. He's telling the crowd what to do. He's doing it all over there.
Well, they're all listening to him, too. I can tell you that. They got up pretty quick. Flames lead it by 14, largest lead of the night. Well, a 7-0 run for Liberty has pushed this lead out to 55-41. FGCU looking for some answers as the Flames shooting over 60% here in the second half.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if Coach Chambers comes back with Weir. I don't think you can keep him off the court too much longer. Like, he was effective. It gives you that inside presence, and then certainly Thompson at any moment gives you that exterior presence.
Yeah, you called it.
Yeah.
We're back on the floor. It's kind of a game like this, you're like, hey, I just need to trust you.
That's right.
I just need to trust you out there and see if you can avoid picking up that fourth.
That's right. Play smart on the defensive end. Just go straight up, use your body. And now certainly Coach Chambers giving Thompson a little bit of a rest. It won't be long, and then I bet he's going to just go the rest of the way.
Bishop to the free throw line, hits the first.
Free throw line's been great for the Eagles tonight.
7 of 7 from the stripe.
They're perfect, and the Flames 1 for 2. I mean, they've been not only getting themselves there, but not allowing Liberty to get there.
And there's their first miss.
And here you go, see a little pressure from the Eagles. And again, this is kind of in their repertoire already.
Pass to the corner, Peebles thought about it, kicks it to Porter, open from the wing. Just off the mark, and here comes FGCU. They may have dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, made Liberty take a quick shot.
Anderson had that one partially blocked by Preston.
Man, Darius McGee poked at it down low, and Preston got it up high.
Porter, what a job he's done for Liberty at the point guard position as a true freshman. Gives it to McGee, open, corner three, left it short. Bodies hit the floor, oh goodness. Going down hard, that was Franco Miller Jr.
Yeah, Robinson went into him, but Robinson got banged into by Cato.
Shiloh is called for the foul.
Yeah.
And boy, it's just Miller, that could have been really bad, Naz.
Yeah, it really could have, but again, you see Cato goes into Robinson, who goes into, but glad nobody's hurt.
Everybody back on their feet, we play on. Cato on the wing, looking for Anderson. He catches it, working now on Shiloh Robinson. Going up with the right hand, left it short. Somehow Porter saved it. Looked like he was about to lose it out of bounds. Flames fortunate to keep the basketball. McGee now behind the back dribble. Two defenders on him, gets it to the corner. Robinson strong to the rack.
Tough move. And great recognition by Shiloh, knowing two guys had trapped Darius. Darius, great pass out of it. Good finish by Robinson.
On the wing, Miller drives and kicks out. We're going to launch the three. Too strong, long rebound to Anderson. He kicks out. Another three-point attempt off the mark. This time Preston pulls the rebound for the Flames. Blake going to walk it up. Pulls Weir away from the basket. Hands off to Porter. Yeah, right back to Blake. Top of the key. Hands to McGee. Knifing through two defenders. And that one blocked by Weir. Rebound by Preston. Got it again. Second effort. Wow. In, out, back in.
Good block by Weir on Darius McGee. But Preston stuck around. Never gave up on it. Big time finish.
That's the kind of physicality Richie McKay has said that Preston brings to this team. Lost the ball, going the other way now the Flames. Peebles has it. Driving, stepping, Euro step, scoop, no whistle, and now we get a foul. And that's going to go against Liberty. They got Preston on the whistle. And that'll be number 3 on Blake. Here's Preston a moment ago.
Yeah, 3 guys pounding them, swinging at it. Strong finish by Blake.
Tell you what, Preston and Weir going at it down there in the paint.
Yeah, Matt, I said it. Like, both teams have great 4s and 5s, and I thought the paint was going to have big impact on tonight. So far, it really has.
Cano behind the back dribble, rises up over Porter. Doesn't get it to fall. Tough shooting night for Cano. He's still scoreless.
Yeah, but again, he's a guy, man, he's been in this league a long time. Great player. Not scoring right now, but he's always a threat. Wouldn't be bad for him to be a little more assertive, look for a few more shots.
Porter trying to free himself. Gets it out to Rhodes, spots up, now puts it on the deck.
This is that scramble defense. You know, they'll spring a trap, they'll double team, they'll switch right here. Look at that.
Late shot clock. Porter, the soft touch, scoops it up and in.
Man, and Anderson was eyeing that thing up to swat it and never got a great look at it.
Quickly the other way, the shot off the mark from Bishop, and the Flames will slow it down.
Yeah, Liberty needs to be a little more deliberate. 1 clock, they don't need to be in a hurry.
And Liberty will take a timeout. Darius McGee ready to check back into the ball game as a 13-1 run over the last 5.5 minutes has helped Liberty stretch this lead to 19. (61-42), Liberty on top. 8:24 to go in the ball game. You know, Darius McGee have been held under 20 points each of the last couple of ball games. That's kind of noteworthy for Darius McGee. Tonight we've seen him come alive here in the second half of play. He's sitting at 20 right now.
Yeah, hit an early 3, but then the Eagles did a really good job making him put it on the floor. But man, he can do a lot of that too. Just penetration, finishes, but oh, Matt, also he's got 3 rebounds and 4 assists.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, you're not going to take him out of the game in any capacity. Even if you hold him down from scoring, he's contributing in other ways.
And just as important, 1 turnover.
Yeah.
Pretty good job taking care of the basketball. Liberty with just 7 turnovers on the night, as they look to finish strong here in the last 8:24.
They've done a good job, Matt, in the second half. So it's not just about what are you doing against Darius. Tonight, the Eagles have run kind of a junk defense as a unit. They're trapping, they're switching, and just kind of really creating some chaos. Liberty's kind of weathered it, and I think figured it out a little better in the second half.
Rode gets in the paint. That one rims off the follow.
Was that Blake Preston?
I think it was Blake Preston that got the hand in there.
Man, found a seam to get in close, and soft touch from the big paw.
21-point lead for the Flames. FGCU needs to find some offense. This guy has provided it tonight, and he knocks down a 3. Isaiah Thompson, he's got 20.
Yeah, good kick out by Anderson. Drew the defense, all the attention, and Thompson was just out there all by himself.
Back-to-back 20-point games for Isaiah Thompson.
This is tough.
Preston brings the ball up, going to initiate the offense. Hands to McGee on the wing. Threw a fastball in there that Preston was able to snag, and then he threw it away. Well, Liberty just came off a game against Stetson where everything kind of was pretty, right? It all looked very easy for the Flames at times. It has not looked that way for stretches tonight.
Yeah.
You look up, and the result is kind of heading in the same direction, isn't it? Still a lot of time to go, but Liberty's found a way. Onu, tough bucket in the middle. His first of the night.
Yeah, still a ways to go, but I think Liberty needed a tough game. They needed a game where a lot of possessions hung in the balance, and they needed to be tested.
Peebles open from three. That's too strong. Here come the Eagles. They get a couple of stops. Can they convert at the other end? Thompson gets it to the wing. That three goes down. Zach Anderson's first points of the second half. And FGCU trying to claw their way back into it.
This team has the players to do so. You got guys like Anderson hitting threes, Thompson.
Now it's this Liberty crowd trying to urge the Flames on. Road turns it over. Another empty possession, 3 straight for Liberty. Anderson working on Peebles, spinning off the window, rattles out.
Oh man, he got a good look. They had the matchup they wanted. They need a basket.
An 8-0 run for FGCU over the last minute and a half. Liberty going to just slow it down.
Thompson better be ready. He's pretty close to his range right there when you're Darius.
McGee drives around, up, under, scoops it in. An athletic shot ends that 8-0 run. Boy, what a luxury.
That's right.
When you say, hey, you know what, let's just slow it down.
Run the clock out.
And then let Darius just go do what he does. Thompson being hounded by Vinzant, looking for help. Anderson now trying to free himself. Flames switching on defense. 3 ball, off the mark, long rebound to Road. And the Flames now gonna really slow it down and take up as much time as they can. They're, as you said, they're gonna try to be deliberate anyway.
Yeah.
Now with a 15-point lead, 5 minutes to play.
I'm a little surprised that they're not, that Thompson isn't trying to get up on Darius, or to maybe run a second guy at him.
He again splits the defenders, kicks out, Road left open, pump fake, hesitates, shoots, off the mark, Vinzant with the offensive board. Peebles left open, he can't hit, and it'll go out of bounds back to FGCU. 2 clean looks from 3 for the Flames, and they come up empty.
Yeah, they got the offensive rebound. Vinzant seems to come up with a few of those each game. Big time offensive. I would have liked to see him come out, run some more clock. I know Peebles had a wide open look, but knocking 20 more seconds off, certainly would help the Flames. Right now, you just need that clock to run out. You got all the points you need.
FGCU looking inside. We're back in there battling with Blake Preston. Kick to the corner. Cato gonna drive. Guarded by Warfield. He just checked in. Tough fadeaway. It goes down. First points of the night for Caleb Cato.
Yeah, I was just talking about it. I mean, he is a solid player. Has been so in this league for a long time. Didn't panic. Used his pivot.
Has played more games in an FGCU uniform than anyone ever. Set the record on Thursday night.
Now here's what I want, man. I want a deep dive into of those games that Cato has played out. How many where he had the man bun and how many not?
That would be on that as well. And that pass, that ended up hitting somebody in the front row.
I think Warfield and Road were kind of talking to each other. Didn't know the pass was on its way.
So a turnover gives it back to the Eagles. If they're going to get back into it, plays like that may be what does it. This presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Foster Fuels, Turn Up the Heat, and by Carter Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Well, I told you FGCU had been better in the second half in terms of scoring the basketball, really all throughout conference play. Not the case so far here tonight. In fact, that 36%, it took a little run there to get there. They were down around 20% for about the first 10 minutes here in half number 2.
Yeah, this game's kind of been the opposite of their standard procedures. They shot 50% in the first half, looked really sharp. but it's been a struggle for him in the second half.
3:53 to go. The Flames just turned it over a moment ago. Leaving the door open just a crack.
Yeah, the last 3 or 4 possessions for Liberty, very uncharacteristically unproductive.
Back to Cato, fades away, gets the friendly roll. So a couple of buckets here in the last few moments for Caleb Cato. And it's an 11-point ball game. A 12-2 run for FGCU over the last 4+ minutes. Dent gets it in the hands of Darius McGee. Flames have really been slowing it down here the last couple of minutes. Rode now catches it on the run. Gets it down low to Robinson. Rises with the left hand and finishes over the top of Weir.
Great pass by Rode. Great poise and patience by Robinson. A nice soft finish.
Looking inside of Weir. Now they swing it. Anderson thought about the 3. Will put it on the deck. On the move, rims off, and the rebound tracked down by McGee.
Good defensive possession by Liberty.
And now for FGCU, the clock is as much an enemy as the Flames.
I think you got to come up and really pressure the ball. And
Robinson, corner 3.
Oh my!
Bucket. Nail in the coffin.
That was a dagger. Shiloh had plenty of time to get his feet set, get comfortable out there. Porter hits him, and he makes him pay.
Shiloh Robinson, 2 of 3 from three-point land tonight. Now 8 of 13 from 3 in conference play. Cato says, hold on now. Hold on now.
I said it. I'm telling you. I like seeing Caleb Cato be a little more assertive with his shot.
7 points in about the last 3 minutes for Caleb Cato. There's Robinson. You leave him in that corner. And that's
that defense that they're playing. They're leaving certain guys open, but Cato hit a couple 2s. Not getting into his rhythm.
2:13 to play. Still a 13-point ball game. It's kind of Liberty's had them at arm's length for pretty much the entire second half. It's felt a lot closer than that, hasn't it?
And it has, because you have guys like Thompson that can explode any moment. He's got 20 on the night. Anderson, who's always a threat. We saw moments where Weir was really effective in the paint. So they got the pieces over there. But right now, what you got to set up is, if you're FGCU, you're over there talking about full court pressure.
Yeah.
And they got athleticism, they got some wingspan, and so they're going to be shooting gaps, gambling. Flames have to be really careful with the basketball, very strong with your passing, and see if if you don't get a steal, you're going to probably have to maybe foul.
Well, this is when you're Liberty, you think about coming down the stretch. They have not shot, they've only shot 2 free throws in this game. You think about who will be out there on the floor. McGee, 91%. You've got Rode, 88%. So you have a lot of guys. Porter, he's up over 80%.
Yes.
Same with Peebles, up around 90%. This is where this unit that's out there right now is kind of built for that late game. If you're forced to foul, you're going to have a hard time coming back.
That's your hardest team out there.
That's it. It is. Really, it is.
That's right. Good hands, breaking pressure, and then guys that have the soft touch at the free throw line if they come and foul.
Road to inbound. They get it to Robinson. He hands it off.
Now be ready for a guy to run at him, maybe a trap on penetration.
Shiloh holds. Gives it to Rode. Good read. Goes up off the window, and it rolls over and in.
Really good read by Robinson. Nice roll to the basket by Rode.
16 points now for Kyle Rode. 3 ball coming. Too strong. The rebound to Peebles. And you get the feeling that may well do it, as the Flames going to walk it up the floor. Liberty trying to improve to 9-1 in ASUN play. Keep pace with Kennesaw State, who won earlier today. Rode in the corner. He's going to launch. Why not? Oh, hits the side of the backboard. Quickly the other way comes Anderson. They need to get some offense and quick. He goes around, denied. The denial by Robinson, and then he grabs the board.
Man, great defense by Shiloh Robinson. We've been raving about his offensive productivity. Don't forget that he is a great defender, athletic, times it perfectly, gets the ball.
I don't think there's a 6th man award in the ASUN. If there was, it might be Shiloh Robinson. 14 and 7 tonight. McGee steps back, fades away, and gets it to fall. They call it a 2. The fans in Liberty Arena don't care. They celebrate nonetheless.
Tough shot. The strength and poise and body control and those step backs are unbelievable.
Well, we told you we expected a great crowd tonight. We certainly got it. Over 4,000. 4,007, the second most in Liberty Arena history. Came to see this one, and you hear a lot of people talking about this team. Where does it rank all time, all of that? I don't know, but I know this. It does certainly feel like this city, this campus is starting to realize how special this group is.
Yeah,
had some good crowds here recently.
Yeah, and it's not just a one-man show. I mean, people come out to see the excitement that Darius McGee provides, but it's this team, top to bottom, man for man. Man, they're fun to watch. They love each other. They play a great brand of basketball.
4 guys in double figures tonight for Liberty. I think it was 5 in double
the other
figures on
night,
Thursday.
yes. I mean, if your A-Sun team's watching, you got to be like, man, even if you manage to maybe alter Darius a little bit, everybody, you get 4 other guys you got to account for.
Argy handles it, backs it out. There's that clock ticking down towards 30 seconds to go. They go inside. Onu leans in the road, misses. Kyle gets the rebound. The shot clock is off, and that'll do it. FGCU scored 34 in the first half. They're going to score 23 in the second half as this A-Sun leading defense once again puts the clamps on its opponent.
Man, offense was clicking, Matt. We talked about these guys double figures, but you know when they went in that locker room, they heard defense, defense, defense. They came out and really showed it.
What a job by Liberty. And I'll tell you this too, Naz, FGCU falls to 4-6. They're in that dangerous territory. A lot of time to go still in the season, but they better start to find it here and quick.
Yeah, that's crazy to say because, again, they have the pieces. I really believe it's that they can't get their group, unified with all the illness and injuries, but there's still time.
There certainly is, but a big win nonetheless for Liberty as they move to 18-5 on the year. 9-1 in A-Sun play. FGCU falls to 14-9, 4-6 on the season. So for Paul Nazigan, I'm Matt Warner saying so long from Lynchburg, Virginia. Where the final score once again is Liberty 74, FGCU 57. Remember, all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.